What's going on, Diecast collectors? This is OBB, the Diecast news guy, and time for something I have not done in a while, guys. And that is going to be a double Diecast review, because what more better doing Diecast reviews than doubling up just for the hell of it. Today is going to be on, you guys probably might know what I'm going to be reviewing. As you guys can tell, before I was a Mark Truex Jr. fan, I am a Carl Edwards fan. And I really wanted to do this review just because, I really like these paint schemes a lot. And, I do have a lot of great paint schemes I would like to say are my favorite for Carl Edwards. These two are definitely right up there. They're very underrated, but we'll be talking about them very shortly in a second. Today it's going to be on the Carl Edwards' 2012 Kellogg's and Cheez-it Ford Fusion diecast from Roush Fenway Racing from 2012. Yeah, really nice looking diecast we got going on right here. I believe I also do have the 2011 versions as well, which I will probably be doing a side-by-side comparison. But since this is a double diecast review, I mean, this might be the best comparison we got, because these paint schemes pretty much look exactly the same, just, there are some inverted colors. However, though, I will say one thing about the 2012 Roush boxes is that they actually have color. So that's something we have not seen in a while. So really appreciate that, even though it's an anniversary box for the 25th for the 25 winning years. Godly Almighty, remember Roush was in winning equipment? Yeah, I sure do. Anyways, guys, enough of me just talking away. Let's go ahead and crack open both these diecasts, a 1 and a 2, and let's get on to the double diecast review of the Carl Edwards 2012 Kellogg's Cheez-it diecast. Alrighty, folks, we got these die-cast out of the box, and my God, we got ourselves just a great selection of die-casts to showcase right here. As you see right there, some nice bright colors of the Kellogg's and Cheez-it cars. But decided to go and show off the car that Carl Edwards is pretty well known for driving in. Well, he drove this car, he drove this paint scheme actually from 2012, 2013, and 2014. 2012, we don't want to talk about 2012. That was a pretty bad year for Carl Edwards. I don't even think he even made it into the playoffs, or back then when it was called the Chase. But in 2013 and 2014, he was able to grab, well, before I say that, guys, what the hell's going on with that? Wow. Wow. You know how I said the 2011 and 2012 cars were my favorites? Well, I know, even with their first 2 years of making NASCAR diecasts, could not even align decals right. I mean, look at that. I'm sorry I got cut off and distracted, but that is very distracting. Too bad I couldn't expect my diecast at 07 Race Collectibles and take them out of the box, because that right there kind of pisses me off. Because you have the diecast right here, it's like, all right, looks nice. Then you open it up, and then that happens. So Lionel's never been really good when it comes to decal alignment, so nothing's changed with them. But yeah, that is pretty bad. But even Tony the Tiger up there is saying that is not great. Holy lordy, man. I mean, it's not even centered right. The Fusion logo is like crooked. Like, yikes. If someone has OCD, they would go crazy over this car. Not a good way. But anyway, I was trying to say before I got distracted by that big old miscue. Speaking of another miscue, paint chip. Beautiful. But the back bumper looks pretty cool. I do love me that spoiler right there. That is a normal looking spoiler. This is back when the COTs actually looked pretty nice, as I was not a big fan of the winged COTs. And look at that, guys. We got that Tony Tiger Kellogg's blue. I mean, that was kind of a weird comparison, but you know what I mean. Like the Frosted Flakes blue cereal box. I mean, that's kind of the blue that I'm getting right here. It's very bright and vibrant. And, you got this, and then you got the red with the Cheez-its, and then the yellow from the Kellogg's. I mean, do I need some cornflakes right now? Probably not. But it's pretty cool that they, Kellogg's was able to sponsor Roush. I mean, even though it's been a weird year, guys, because in 2013 and 2014, they only decided to make 124s. Yes, there was that exception where we had the Spin Master version of the 2014 car. But other than that, guys, I mean, they said they did not, that I think due to like licensing restrictions or something like that. Kind of like this, what's going on with Monster Energy now. Like they don't want they're very strict on their merchandising. Cheez-it was like that as well. That explains why we didn't got the SpongeBob SquarePants Patrick Star Cheez-it car from 2015, because yeah, Kellogg's and Cheez-it were just really strict, like Coca-Cola and Monster Energy is with their diecast, which is a shame. So I guess you could say this is technically a rare car. Anyway, what I was trying to say before I got distracted with all those with all those freaking patience, man. Yeah, Carl Edwards actually brought this car in victory lane twice, which were both at short tracks, Richmond in 2013 and Bristol in 2014, which is pretty cool. I do have the Bristol win with me, actually, so that is pretty damn awesome. But yeah, I mean, I do like this paint scheme a lot, guys. I mean, it's definitely a big improvement compared to the 2011 variant, which I will showcase right here. As you guys can see, the Fusion Grill is even more screwed up, so Lionel can never get that shit right. But, yeah, Tony Tiger looking a little dull, kind of like the Geico Gecko from my last review. But, I mean, the yellow is a lot more day glow, which I do like. I mean, I don't mind the gradient look that we got. I mean, it was definitely different, but this one definitely was very eye-catching, the 2012 variant. That's for sure. But my God, though, I am definitely missing that Aflac logo right here, guys. I mean, goddamn, what happened to the Aflac logo? Well, you guys remember Fastenal stepped up as a main sponsor for 2012. But, I mean, Aflac was still a sponsor, but not as a big sponsor as they were. But, hey, probably explains why 2012 was such a bad year, because they didn't sponsor Aflac that much on the car. But, my God, Fastenal. Yeah, gotta love that sponsor. I mean, Carl Edwards wasn't that fast after all. Jesus Christ, Brian, that was so fucking stupid. Oh, Lordy, please, for the love of God, if I end up reviewing the Chris Bush's 2021 Fastenal car, and if I make that pun again, I'm really going to kick myself in the forehead on that one. That was such a bad pun. Oh my God. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and segue to the next car, which, as you guys know, this is a double diecast review. Here is the Cheez-it Frosted Flakes car. And might I say, this car looks even more cooler, but if you can look, we're going to be doing a double side-by-side comparison, because if you guys can see, this paint scheme is pretty much exactly the same as the Kellogg's car. Just the colors are inverted. And you know what, man? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I mean, I personally still like the Kellogg's car a little bit more. I mean, there are some colors that don't really mix well. I mean, I can see why they got the orange right here for the Frosted Flakes and the yellow and the black. It's very different, and I don't mind it. But once again, Cheez-it. This was the only time they made the Cheez-it car in this mold with this scheme. They never made the Cheez-it car ever again in the 1/64 scale for Carl Edwards after this year, which is quite a shame, all right? Quite a shame. If I remember correctly, actually, also Cheez-it was also a main sponsor at the Watkins Glen race. I do have actually one of their 2015 promo diecast where all the Cheez-its are on it. I mean, I would love to see like a Cheez-it primary car from kind of like what we had with Greg Biffle from a few years ago, like in 2015-ish, I think. That was a cool paint scheme, I will admit it. I wish we got that with Carl Edwards, but you know, this collaborative scheme, this is how you do a good collaborative scheme. Not the crap we had from Stuart Haas from a few years ago with the Bush and the freaking Mobile One. The gradient scheme that we had, that was bad. I mean, this is how you do a good collaborative scheme. This is actually where, you know, a paint scheme actually looks pretty nice, and it doesn't look freaking eye-soring. Nice, bright, vibrant colors. Red, blue. I mean, once again, that Frosted Flake blue, they're great. Yellow 99, like that a lot. I mean, he didn't really ran this car as much as the Kellogg's car, from what I know. I mean, I don't know. I call myself a Carl Edwards fan, but I can't really remember the last time I actually drove this car, in my opinion. Probably was a night race, if I had to guess, because this car might have looked really nice underneath the lights. But yeah, it's still a nice looking diecast. And now to show you guys the comparison of the 2011 variant. Again, much different. I mean, we do got the Cheez-it logos and the Aflac logo missing, considering, like I just said, they no longer sponsor. And Tony the Tiger got wiped out in the face of the earth. They just replaced him with the logo. Just kidding, though. But I guess you could say that is not so great. Jesus Christ, Brian. I even realized the 99 is also a little more enlarged compared to the one in 2011. But, I mean, both are still really cool looking paint schemes. I mean, the gradient was cool for 2011. I mean, they had that scheme for 2 years in a row. And then they finally changed it. They kept the scheme for 3 years until Carl Edwards left with Roush. And then went to Gibbs in 2015. And then the rest was history after that. 2016, and then he retired. Or stepped away from NASCAR. But yeah, guys, personally, in my opinion, guys, if you guys are a big fan of these schemes, I would go on and get it. I mean, if you're not the biggest Carl Edwards fan, I mean, probably get the Kellogg's car in your collection. But if you can find both, definitely get both because these cars are definitely starting to dry up. I have noticed that. And considering that, like I've said many times in this review, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but I want to get the point out of this review is that this is the only time that they made this set in the 164. All right, the only time with this paint scheme. Forget 2013, forget 2014, because Cheez-it and the Kellogg's had some other agenda with their merchandising. But anyways, guys, this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you so much for watching this double diecast review of the Carl Everts 2012 Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Cheez-it 164 car set from Lionel Racing. Not really a car set, but it's my homemade car set because I'm a Carl Everts fan. But anyways, guys, it's been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thanks so much for watching. Until we meet again, I will catch you guys on another NASCAR Diecast review.